Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. This video won't be published till Saturday, but it's Friday, and my day has not started out as planned. This is the second time doing this video, because the first time I forgot to put a microphone on, and you wouldn't be able to hear me without a microphone. And then this morning I decided I wanted iced coffee. But I did not make my coffee last night and put it in the fridge for iced coffee this morning. So I got this brilliant idea that I would put my coffee into a shallow Rubbermaid container and put it in the freezer for a half hour or so. When I closed the freezer door, apparently I bumped the container and it was no longer lying flat. It was tilted, and the lid was not tight enough to keep the coffee from spilling out all over all the contents of the freezer. So I got about half a cup of iced coffee and half an hour's worth of work cleaning out the freezer. Yep. Okay, so today I have a little bit of a review. Back at the end of July, when Street Fest went so well, I did a little splurge and I bought a crochet kit on Amazon. It was $9.99 and it was a kit to make a cute little bunny. Okay, I made a video when I opened up the box to show you what's in the box, so I will insert that here. Okay, it's time to see what's in the kit. The yarn is thicker than worsted weight. I did a wrap test. This came up at 8 wraps per inch. It's a tube type yarn where it's knit into a tube. So you're not going to have to worry about splitting with this. There are 3 skeins of the yarn, 3 little skeins, that come out to a total of 5 ounces. And we have a little bag of knickknacks. We have the safety eyes. There are 3 stitch markers, 4, 5. There are little color, let me turn it this way, down there. There are some little color discs for the eyes, the safety eyes, and there are a few little pins, straight pins, for pinning stuff together before you sew. There's also a little bit of white yarn for the embroidery, and a tiny, come on out, tiny little hank of black yarn for embroidering the nose and the mouth. So I better get it right the first time. Here are the instructions. I looked them over. I think I'm going to do things a little differently. Here's the crochet hook. Because the yarn is a little bit thicker, this is a 4.0 or G crochet hook. And there's the little box of stuffing in the bottom of the box. Once you cut that open, it's going to just pop. I like that. I think that's fun. Okay, now I'm going to get started. Okay. Ready for the bunny? There's my bunny. I did go rogue on the pattern in a few ways. Put the different out. Oh. They had instructions for a little pink tail using the pink yarn. Bunny needed a white tail. So that meant I didn't have enough yarn to do all of the rows that I needed for the belly, but that works. I don't think this is 6 stitches, then 12 stitches. I don't think it really would have looked good with an extra thing there. They also said to make the legs and then make a little 6, then 12 stitch patch to sew on the bottom. That ain't happening. I did my first 2 rows in white and then changed to pink to finish the rest of the leg. And I left a long tail on the white piece when I cut it off to embroider the little toenails. Okay, how else did I go rogue? Well, I tried going rogue to make head and body one piece. That didn't go well. I started with the body and then switched to the head. And I thought that the pattern started at the bottom of the head and worked up. No, it started at the top of the head, worked down. So I got about 5 or 6 rows into the head. It's like, oh no, this isn't working. So I had to rip out a bunch of rows and then work this shaping for the head and all that. So I am going to type the pattern up for my own personal use with changes, where I'm going to start at the top of the head and go all the way down the body. I think that will be easier, following their instructions for the head. The pattern was pretty well written. It was just when you put the eyes on, there was a note. Let's see, can I find this note and can I read it? Because I don't know what I do with my readers in here. Let's see. Insert the eyes between rounds 9 and 10, 7 stitches apart. Put the stitch marker directly behind. I'm like, why are you putting a stitch marker behind the eyes? Like, is this how are they saying, like, pull the eyes in? And okay, eventually I got it. Working in the round, your stitch marker was at the beginning of the row in the back. So what they were saying was, when you place the eyes, make sure that the stitch marker is centered behind the eyes. Okay, so the pattern only gets about a B plus for clarity. There are a lot of pictures for assembly. Like, they don't tell you which rows to put the arms and the legs on, they just show you a picture. So a little bit of point off for that. But I like the general pattern of the bunny. At my last show, somebody asked me if I had floppy-eared bunnies, and I only had one that was out of her price range. So this is going to be added to my bunnies. Speaking of price range, it was $9.99 for the kit. $9.99 for one stuffed animal. The materials for one stuffed animal is sort of steep, but it's like, well, I got the pattern, I got the hook, so, and I did make more than one item with the yarn. Once I was done, okay, where's Bunny going? We'll put Bunny there. Once I was done, I made one of my micro octos. And I still have this much yarn left over. I don't think it's enough to make another micro octo. I had this much yarn left over with their black. I did run out of the white. I made the tail in white instead of pink the way they said, so I didn't have quite enough yarn for the belly patch. Ran out of white, but it worked. So it was a nice little splurge. I think if I had gotten this as a birthday present or a Christmas present, I would have been pretty tickled with it. I like working on kits like this. They're fun. But one thing that I did, you know how I said I like opening up these packets because they like explode once you cut them open? I decided I wasn't going to use this. I used my own fiber fill. This is going to go in my traveling craft bag so that when I'm on a trip someplace and I don't want to try to stuff a Ziploc bag full of stuffing, I can just take this. So that's my Amazon kit. I will put a link to the kit in the description box. Would I get another kit from this company? Maybe. If it went on sale, yeah. I do like getting the kits from Temu and Shein where you pay less for the kit, like $5.24 for a kit to make one animal instead of $9.99. So maybe I'll look on them again. Or maybe I'll wait until I have another craft show so that I'm get some stuff out before I bring some more stuff in. But it's fun to shop. It's fun to have Amazon drop something at your doorstep. It's like, oh, I have crochet stuff. So, happy mail. That's it for this. Bye-bye.